A game of NHL is more of a chess match than you think. Everyone, whether they want to admit it or not, has a habit in all three zones, whether it be their go-to goals or the defensive strats or how they attack you on the rush. It's your job to take notice of this and adjust accordingly. So today's video is all about that. I'm No Sleeves 12 and this is the first 10 minutes. First things first, guys, I just want to say thank you to everyone that subscribed, commented, viewed my NHL series so far. I didn't think it would get this kind of attention this quickly, and I really appreciate it. Every comment and piece of feedback I get, good or bad, helps me make each video better and better. So just keep it up, guys. Thanks again. So what do I mean by the first 10 minutes helping you win a game? Basically, what I'm going to try and get across to you guys is that every single start of a game will be different. Well, it might not be in the sense that you score, they get scored on very early, but they're all going to do, when the score is 0-0, they're all going to do their go-to goals and attack you in the defensive zone and come off the rush a certain way because that's the way they're used to and that's the way they've had success in the past. So you need to take notice of this, and this is what this video is going to help you with. So now that you guys have seen the basics of scoring and how to defend and attacking the puck carrier, it's time to get a little bit more in depth. A great tactic that has helped me beat better opponents is to take away what they like to do. Now that's super cliche, and it is, but I don't mean playing a sound defensive game or some other lame shit NHL coaches spew out. I'm talking about seeing what your opponent likes to do and completely removing it from the game. How many of you guys struggle to set up in the offensive zone after countless games of kids playing collapsing D, only to run into a super aggressive opponent using high attack and tight point? The reason you struggle is because your opponent is taking away what you want to do. So how do you adjust and what do you look for? First starts with the face-off. How do they win it? Is it a backhand tie-up? Is it a forehand straight back? Take the time to notice, and you can get a glimpse at how they're going to try and win draws. There's going to be a face-off video coming later, don't worry. Now, how do they work on the rush? Do they carry it all the way in? Do they cut in at the point? Do they pass back to the point? Do they cycle down low? Are they looking for a curl into the slot for that twisted wrister? Once you see them do it a few times in the offensive zone, whether they're trying to do the cross crease consistently or point shots, take some comfort in knowing that, okay, this is what they're going to do, and I know how to defend it. Again, if you struggle a little bit in the defensive zone, just watch my how to defend video, and that should help you out. But yeah, you need to just see what they're going to do, and you'd be stunned at how many times kids will just continually try the same thing, especially the curl into the slot wrister short side, one of the most common goals in all the NHL games. If you can know that that's coming, then you can completely forget about the other four people on the ice. This is going to sound messed up, but I actually don't mind getting scored on early. Here's why. If someone can score on you early, that's going to set the tone for the whole game as to how they play in the offensive zone. If they do it from the point, then look for them to subconsciously just go to the point because, hey, it's worked before, let's do it again. This game is all about thinking and outthinking your opponent. So once you've seen what they've done, and if it's worked, then you know that you can attack them. You need to be comfortable. You can't be guessing, and while they're coming down on the rush, you wondering what they're going to do. Know what they're going to do, and you're going to play much better. Now, if you're getting roasted by one goal in particular, bang this link and watch my defensive video. It's going to help you explain how to defend each goal. But getting pissy because your opponent is only scoring one way is a bitch move, and you're not a bitch. You're letting in what you're giving up, which is exactly what you should be doing on offense. So again, guys, what I want to stress to you is that you need to outthink your opponent. When you're coming in on the rush, and it's a 2-on-1, or they're playing their defenseman and they're not attacking you need to have a game plan. Like when you have the puck in the neutral zone and you're entering, you need to know what the first couple moves you're going to do in the offensive zone. That's what separates the hella average kids from the Div 1 or top 500 guys in Versus and Hut, is that they have a game plan, whether they want to admit it or not. If you want to set up the overload, you need to be thinking about that first pass before you even get down low. So, again, you need to look at what your opponent's giving you in the very early in the game because that's going to tell you what you're going to be able to do going forward. Second, you need to adjust. And I don't mean that, okay, so your overload's not working. It's very difficult for a person who's struggling to score to not go to their go-to goal. So if the overload doesn't work for me, I'm dumping it in. And even though dumping it in means that you're technically having a chance to lose the puck, it's something completely different than what your opponent has been used to the first 1 or 2 periods, and you guys need to realize that. So just to recap, guys, be super aware of the first 10 minutes of the game, as it's going to give you some immense knowledge of your opponent. Don't be scared to adjust. If you're getting burned by breakaways, switch your neutral zone to 1-3-1 or 1-4, change to collapsing D and protect net. Change it up completely if you're getting burned in the first 1 or 2 periods. Because again, you know what they've done early in the game, and 99% of the opponents you're going to play aren't going to adjust their strats, so you need to adjust yours. So guys, again, I just want to say thank you for all the subscriptions, views, and comments. Again, the feedback's great. It's the only way I'm going to improve with these videos. If you ever want to play 1v1 or hang out, watch some Versus or HUD or Esports Hockey League, hit me up on Twitch at NoSleeves12 on Twitch. Again, so I do want to mention I'm going to aim for a video every week, at least one. So next week we're going to go over some advanced details on offense and defense. So look for that by at least by next Sunday at the latest. So guys, again, I'm NoSleeves12. Thanks for watching. Stay average.